Hello and welcome back. Today we are gonna watch a game that I had together with Soul a little while ago. It is before the CV rework, so the CVs we will see in this game will be the old version. Either way, I am back in the Khabarovsk. I was currently going through the credit part of the legendary grind, I believe, and Soul is playing the Grosse first. And if you have been following this channel a bit, you might have seen him in that ship in the feature section, and he has been doing quite well in that. Series, like I said, tier 8 Lexingtons on both sides, 2 DDs only, and then we have 5 battleships and 4 cruisers. As you can see in chat, Soul is making friends as always. But despite that part, we have spawned in the north side and pretty much in the middle. We have a black over at C, and I don't really want to go into B because I will just spend time sitting behind a rock. So instead what I will be doing is move to A, so will follow me, and we also have the CV on that side. He's actually sending his plane down the cap, which will help us detect any ships that might be coming there. I am holding back a bit to see if there are any ships. If there are, I will probably go north of the island, but since it looks like the enemy team will be mostly or fully going to BC, I will go straight for the cap and see if I can get it. Not something you usually do early game in Khabarovsk, but if there's no one here, it's an easy cap. Over at C, we see that the enemy CV is trying to go for the black. Obviously trying to get rid of the destroyers in our team, because that's always beneficial tactics. It does force him to return back to the safety of the other ships over at E8 and E9. But it does mean that we are giving up C for a moment, and as you can see, we are also losing B. Of course, this means that both destroyers on the enemy team are over at those caps, and I can, without any risk, finish capping A. There's really no point in shooting at the Hindenburg since he is a bit far away, and I want to finish the cap beforehand. Especially since the enemy team has just finished capping both B and C. And as Soul points out, it's a bit empty on this side, so no point staying here. I will be going into B, but there are obviously a lot of ships there, so I have to be a bit careful going in. First obstacles are the torpedoes. We know it's a Kitty here, so I have to wait and see for a second set which comes there. So he used the torpedo reel booster. I am detected, so I know he's still fairly close. And as I move in, I take some shots at the sash, trying to get some damage and maybe some fires as I try to get behind the rock inside B. See the enemy kamikaze that is leaving B. I do take some damage going in here, but not too bad. I am of course running the heals and not the smoke, so I can just park behind island here and heal up a bit while I wait for the cap to finish. We see most of our ships are sitting in D8 to E9. Not really helping black contesting the C cap. So it's a bit stale over there, and we have enemy ships mostly just south of B. Now, just like before when the CV tried to strike the black, he is going for me. I activated my speed boost to see if maybe I could get away, but it was not enough, and I eat a bit of damage. Not too much, but it's at least enough to reset me. So it will take a bit longer for me to secure the B cap. With some help from the carrier on our side, I don't have to deal with any more planes right at this moment, and I can finish taking my second solo caps in less than 7 minutes, so pretty unusual gameplay for Khabarovsk. As I try to leave B, I take some shots on the Montana, and as he moves behind island, I try to find something else while also keeping an eye on the planes that are coming, as it apparently towards me again. We do have 2 caps now, but we have lost black, meaning I am the only destroyer on our team. And of course, calling the Khabarovsk destroyer is always questionable. Several ships shooting at me, luckily not taking too much damage, trying to at the same time get some damage on the Izumo. We are losing B again, and there are some torpedo comms incoming, but this time the CV goes for the hipper instead of me, so that's a nice change for this game. Considering the ships they have just south for the B cap, I don't really have any intention of going in there now, even though we are losing it. The Kyrgyz is spotted, probably the Kronstadt radar, but we finish taking the cap before any shells can reach him, even if I had hit him. So we are once again down 1 cap, but I'll see if maybe I can get some damage on the ships that are here. Lot of battleships, and even after the BBAP nerf, Khabarovsk is still a destroyer that can eat pen damage. And with the amount of battleships here, it can definitely hurt me if I am not careful. So I move away because I don't have too much support. Sol is here, he has been following me all the way from A through B to C here, but the rest of the team is still sitting quite far behind, not really providing the help that we need at this point. We lose Hipper as well, meaning we are now 2 ships down and more than 200 points as well. And with 1 cap less, that will only increase. So I need to start making my way back to B, see if I can retake it. There are some more planes coming in. There is a Bismarck that is pushing into B. An AP bomb is obviously quite effective against a Bismarck, but the Civ is still going for me. And that was, as you have seen, a pretty common theme in this game, that the Civ really wanted to take out us destroyers. So he even ignored the Bismarck in favor of trying to get some additional damage on me. Instead of getting a couple of possible citadels on a Bismarck. But nevertheless, I am making my way into B. Bismarck is under heavy fire, obviously. But we also see on the minimap that Kirakaze is still inside the cap. So the only thing we can do is block it and stop the enemy team from getting points from it. I'm taking the opportunity to shoot at the Bismarck a bit while the enemy team is heavily focusing our Bismarck, and we are going to lose him as well. And we are now way behind on points. Luckily, we actually managed to kill the enemy CV. And considering how much he has been harassing me, that is definitely a good thing for us. Unfortunately, I eat quite a bit of damage. I do also at the same time get the Wither Award. Now, to be completely honest, I actually didn't notice that we killed the CV. So I leave the cap until we can shoot down the planes. Because I thought that he might be going for me, which he obviously wouldn't have been able to do since he was dead. But if you don't pay attention, you miss those things. Nevertheless, because I left the cap, the enemy team continues to get points. They have 2 more kills than we have, and are almost 200 points ahead. There was more, but we managed to kill the Gearing. Actually, Sol managed to kill the Gearing. So we have managed to get back a little bit at least. I ate some more big hits, and I have my last heal already activated, but I'm getting very low. Our team's position is again a bit strange. They are positioning themselves around B, leaving Sol all alone over at C cap. And I once again have to do the capping. My fires on the Sumo managed to get him killed, and I get the Arsonist Award to go with my Wielder. And with a little bit of help from a few other ships, I get my 3rd cap. And I actually took enough of the points to still get the solo cap, so in this game I've actually done 3 solo caps in a Khabarovsk. And it's actually not quite over there, but we will come back to that. It has been a bit unusual game. Usually you want to be in the open shooting things, but considering our team and that we lost the black quite early on, and our desperate needs for caps, of course, meant that I had to take that role. Which is not particularly good for the damage and XP, but it is of course good for the win, so that is what we have to try and do. We're down to 4 minutes. It's fairly even at this point. We see a whole bunch of enemy ships just between B and C. Sol is there, and I am trying to make my way over to help out. But there are quite a bit of ships, so I have to take quite a long way around. And seeing as I am very low, I am enticing target. The Kronstadt gets a good hit at me, and I'm down to 65 HP. Salem shoots me, Sol saves me from more than one salvo, and I managed to avoid that one, so I managed to somehow stay alive a little bit longer. We continue to lose ships though, so we are quite far from a win even with 2 caps. We are also 1 ship behind. But we have a couple of enemy ships that are getting quite low. I'm taking quite a big risk here, going close to Montana. If he is running some sort of secondary build, he would have range on me. But luckily I get away with it, and we will be able to get the Montana. Sol also got his 3rd kill, so we are ahead right now. But the Moskva goes down, positive is really low. We are losing B, and as we will find out soon, the Civ is actually out of planes. So we are back to be behind on points. It's only 130 left. Sol is facing a Baltimore and a Kronstadt, and even though I am basically dead, I am making my way over to see if I can help him, or at least take the cap. There's also the Hindenburg over at B, shooting at Sol. But like always in the Kurfürst, he's doing quite well. I am contemplating if I should shoot at the Kronstadt or not. Sol is very low, but managed to kill him just as the Kronstadt used his radar. And somehow Sol actually managed to get away with this. At least almost, that you will see. We are winning this game as long as we stay alive. We have 20 seconds remaining. there are some shells incoming on Soul, and it will kill him before the timer runs out. But we still have enough points to secure this win. And looking at the result screen, we see that I managed to do about 154k damage, which, considering how much time I spend capping and not shooting, it's not that bad. Obviously, as we will see, I had a lot of help from the fires. I got 15, which is not too bad. Only one kill, but yeah, like I said, didn't shoot that much. But perhaps more impressively, 3 solo caps and 1 assisted. Really didn't play this game like you should in a Khabarovsk, but sometimes you just have to take a different role in order to win. 14,000 XP, almost 3,000 free XP, which is pretty decent. Arsonist, Dreadnought obviously, and Witherer. And looking at the team, we see Soul at the top with 2.6k base XP. 5 kills obviously helped a lot with that. But especially towards the end when he moved over to sea, did really well staying alive for as long as he did and dealing with the ships there while I had to go and cap everything. I'm only third though, just shy of 2k, which is a bit annoying. But that's what happens when you don't spend that much time actually shooting and doing damage. We also see that apart from our sea that shot down 12 planes, I was the best at doing that with 6. Not exactly impressive, but more than none. Looking over at the enemy side, we see the enemy CV shooting down 38 planes, so there was definitely some difference in quality there, but with a bit of luck we managed to get him killed early on, and that definitely helped us out a lot. Looking at the detailed report, 154 damage, like we said, only 58 of those are from the guns, while 96 is from the fires. Tanked 1.8, not amazing, but not bad either. However, I did receive over 35,000 damage, which is pretty high, especially since I don't have the survivability expert captain perk. Most of the damage, obviously, on the battleships I set on fire, but a bit on some others as well, but that's mostly very low. A bit of credits, fair amount of XP and commander XP. So even though I had to play this game quite differently from how I would prefer to have played this ship, Sol and I, together with Positive as well, managed to overcome the difficulties our team put us in, and with a bit unusual playstyle from me, we managed to take this home, winning even though it could have gone anywhere really. So overall, pretty interesting game, unusual, but a good win. So I hope you enjoyed that game.